All right, guys, I ended the last video when a visitor appeared. I hope that you went to page 247 and read. Oh my gosh, who is it? It's so exciting. It is Mama. Mama's at the door. Wait a second. Mama's at Auntie Fuma's house and Papa's not there? What could have happened? Let's see what she says. Mama comes in and says, I don't know if my head is correct. She said, press the back of her hand to her forehead. She said, I got back from the hospital today. The doctor told me to rest, but I took Eugene's money, Papa's money, and asked Kevin to take me to the park. I hired a taxi and came here. All right, so Auntie Fu was like, wait, what? You're in the hospital? Are you okay? What's going on? Mom looks around the room and she says, you know, the small table where we keep the Bible? The table where they keep the Bible. Your father broke it on my belly. My blood finished on the floor before he even took me to St. Agnes. My doctor said there was nothing he could do to save me. Now, Auntie Phil was like, it? What? Save it? What? Huh? We all know what it is. Now, this is a different pregnancy. If we think in time, all right, so the book started, it was 1994. Okay, hold on. The book started Palm Sunday, 1995. Okay, then we go back almost a year. So it's spring 1994. Okay, but now it's 1995. It's spring 1995. So this is a second pregnancy that we've learned about. Okay, this is not a chapter 3 pregnancy. It is a year later now. Okay, it's 1995. All right, Mama says Papa did not know this time. Regardless, you don't break a table on your wife's belly. So, Mama lost another baby. She's like, you know what? This time I'm going to listen to Auntie Fuma. If a house is on fire, you don't wait for the roof to collapse on your head. Okay, so she escapes and she's at Auntie Fuma's. Now, Auntie Fuma's like, yes, girl, Women's History Month, you did this. Stay here with me. Leave that man behind. You don't need him. Auntie Fuma's like, you know, Mama's like, stop it with your university talk, Auntie Fuma. You don't know. Eugene is a good guy. He pays for the stuff. I can't do anything without his money. Auntie Fuma's like, I'm living without a husband. You can do it. Mama's like, no. So Papa calls and Mama agrees to go home with him. The next day, he's going to come and get her and the kids. Auntie Fuma is like, what are you doing? You know, I don't know. You see what he did to your daughter. You see what he did to you. He's killed a baby. Like, this man is a monster. You have to stop. I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do. We're all going back. Well, when Papa arrives, it's clear that he's not doing well. We know that he's mentally not doing well. He's abusive and murderous, but physically, he had lost weight. Now, we saw when Audie Coker died, he started getting slower. He started mumbling at night, but now he's lost weight. Kimberly notices the weight loss. It says, usually Mama's small hands barely went round to his back, but this time her hands rested on the small of his back. So when she hugs him, she used to like barely be able to get around him. He's this big man, but now she's like, oh, I can hug you. He's getting littler. I did not notice the rashes on his face until I came close to hug him. They were like tiny pimples, each with whitish pus at the tips, and they covered the whole of his face, even his eyelids. Now, in chapter 1, he was described with these gross pimples. So we're coming back to this point. His face is just all broken out in these pimples. His face looked swollen, oily, discolored. I had intended to hug him and have him kiss my forehead, but instead I stood there staring at his face. She's like, what's happening? He says, I have a little allergy. Nothing serious. Okay, let's take that at face value. She closes his eyes. She's like, I can't even look at you. Like, it's not anything else other than the fact that he just looks gross. So they come home. Jojo notices a certain flower is about to bloom. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Read the book. It's on page like 252, 253. What flower is about to bloom? All right. And then your last question says, summarize the last or rewrite the last paragraph in your own words. Well, the last paragraph is just a sentence, and that sentence is, the next day was Palm Sunday. The day Jaja did not go to communion, the day Papa threw his heavy missile across the room and broke the figure eights. So now that we must know, okay, we were wondering, why did Jaja disobey Papa? What happened? Well, everything's answered, okay? Now we know why Jaja didn't go to communion. Now we know what's happening. Last questions. What has Kimberly escaped? How has she changed? What's going to be different now that they're back after all that has happened? We must keep reading to find out.